In a quiet corner of our wisdom, a profound truth has echoed for generations: when the fruit ripens, it does not fall far from the tree. This isn't just a saying about family resemblance, it's a deep spiritual pointer to our karmic entanglements. In Zen and Buddhist philosophy, no relationship is random. Every bond, especially those tied by blood, emerges from invisible threads of karma, actions and intentions carried across the rivers of time. Among all relationships, the one between parent and child is the most profound. It's more than just about birth, nourishment, and guidance. It's a mirror, a lesson, a silent karmic dance unfolding often without our conscious awareness. While one person raises a child, the child, in truth, also raises the parent, emotionally, spiritually, and karmically. So, are your children your karma? This isn't a question about biology. It's about soul patterns, spiritual debts, and divine assignments. Each child who enters a life, whether by choice or surprise, comes with a purpose, carrying echoes of who we once were and who we are destined to become. Let's explore the sacred connection hidden in the act of parenting. It may begin with a birth, but it blossoms into the awakening of a karmic truth. 1. The seed of karma. Arrival is never random. In Buddhist thought, karma means intentional action. What you think, do, or say not only shapes your present reality but creates ripples that travel through time. A child's arrival is not by chance, it is the sprouting of a karmic seed planted long ago. Children arrive not only to be cared for but also to mirror the unhealed shadows of those who raised them. A stubborn child may be showing a parent the rigidity that still clings within. A silent one may echo quiet wounds never spoken aloud. A rebellious spirit may be acting out the suppressed fire that was once buried under societal norms. Nothing about a child's temperament is accidental. The child's soul was drawn into the orbit of the parent's karma. What needs to be balanced? What needs to be released? What lesson still awaits mastery? One who sees clearly does not say, "My child is difficult." One who sees deeply says, "My karma has returned to speak through my child." 2. The cycle of repetition. When the past returns in the present. Why does a parent repeat what was once done to them, even when they swore they never would? This is the cycle of karmic sleep. A parent carries unresolved emotions from their own upbringing, painful discipline, emotional absence, or harsh expectations. These seeds wait silently in the subconscious until a child appears to water them with innocence and vulnerability. Parenting becomes a field where the past and present meet. Unless you awaken, the same energies pass forward like silent debts. What was not healed will be repeated. As Zen teaches, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life. And you will call it fate. A parent who scolds uncontrollably may be reliving the scolding they received. One who ignores may have once felt invisible. The karma is not just in what happens, but in the inherited blindness of it. Children offer the light to see it again, but only if you choose to truly look. 3. The silent teacher in the crib. A child cannot speak at first, but the teachings begin with the first cry. A Zen master once said, "The baby is the teacher. The parent is the student." This seems backwards to the logical mind, yet spiritual insight flips logic upside down. A crying child teaches patience. A restless one teaches flexibility. A curious one demands presence. You cannot run, delay, or pretend when faced with the raw energy of a child needing love. In those early years, the child's soul silently presents lessons. Every tantrum becomes a test of compassion. Every sleepless night, a test of ego. Every small moment, feeding, bathing, listening, an invitation to transcend self-interest. Many fail these tests not out of malice but out of unconsciousness. They treat parenting like a task, not a spiritual path. But those who awaken see the truth. Raising a child is not a burden. It is a chance to purify karma through unconditional service. 4. The mirror of identity. Letting go of expectations. As a child grows, so does the karmic mirror. They begin to form an identity, but it is laced with the parent's unconscious projections. I want my child to succeed where I failed. I will give them the love I was denied. I must protect them from the world. These thoughts seem noble, but they often cloak attachment and fear. A child, sensing these energies, begins to act them out. The child becomes not who they truly are, but who the parent unconsciously needs them to be. This is spiritual entrapment. though it is done with love. The Zen teaching reminds us, let go or be dragged. True parenting means releasing control. Karma doesn't end by shaping another's path. Karma ends by watching them walk freely while remaining centered in love. A parent must allow the child to become not who pleases the parent, but who fulfills their own soul's purpose. 5. The echoes of the past, healing ancestral karma. Some children behave in ways that seem eerily familiar, not just inherited traits, but emotional energies. A child who mistrusts may mirror a parent's own suspicion. A child who lies may reflect a parent's hidden dishonesty. A child who isolates may carry the karmic wound of a lonely ancestor. These are echoes not of behavior but of soul memory. The family is not just a collection of people. It is a spiritual field where unfinished stories gather to be completed. Parenting, then, becomes a portal to heal ancestral karma. When a parent chooses compassion over control, forgiveness over punishment, and truth over silence, they shift the karmic weight not just for themselves but for generations forward and back. This is why children are not only one's karma, they are also one's redemption. 6. The test of non-attachment. Loving without owning. Zen warns, cling to nothing, even your own child. This sounds harsh until you understand its spiritual root. Attachment is not love, it is fear disguised as care. When a parent clings to a child, needing them to succeed, needing their approval, needing them to stay forever, they trap both souls in a cycle of suffering. True parenting is the art of non-attachment, to love deeply but not possess, to guide but not control, to protect but not smother, to release even when the heart trembles. A child may rebel, may fall, or may choose an unfamiliar path, but this, too, is part of the karmic unfolding. If you let go with awareness, karma transforms into wisdom. If you cling, karma hardens into pain. The great letting go is not abandonment. It is respect for the divine path the child must walk alone. 7. The karmic gift of presence. From burden to awakening. Sometimes a child enters a life not to bring joy but to bring chaos. They challenge every belief, break every rule, and defy every boundary. They cause heartbreak, disappointment, or even shame. You might wonder, why me? The answer is found in the hidden chambers of karma. Such a child may be the manifestation of an old debt. Perhaps you once harmed such a soul in another form. Or perhaps the child carries their own heavy karma and was drawn to someone spiritually strong enough to help purify it. Do not curse such a child. They are not a curse, they are a lesson no spiritual book can teach. They are a Zen koan that cannot be answered with logic, only with compassion. In the breaking, something holy is born: humility, endurance, and surrender. These are the fruits of deep karma ripening. In moments of stillness, when a parent gazes at their sleeping child, all teachings dissolve into one truth: this soul is a gift. Not because they are obedient, or because they make the parent proud, but because they came. They appeared from the river of existence, chose this life, and allowed a karmic dance to unfold. Whether it brings joy or pain, it brings meaning. The spiritual connection between parent and child is not to be measured in successes or failures. It is to be honored for what it truly is: a sacred opportunity for growth. Presence, pure loving awareness, is the only thing a child truly needs. It is also the only thing that purifies karma. Parenting is a path to enlightenment. It is found in the kitchen, the playground, the midnight feeding, the difficult conversation, the tear wiped from a child's cheek. A parent who walks this path with awareness transforms each moment into a spiritual offering. They do not seek to escape the karmic connection, they enter it fully, cleanse it with love, and free both souls in the process. So, are your children your karma? Yes, and they are also your teachers, your reflections, your mirrors, your soul's most intimate companions on the path toward awakening. Raise them not to complete you, but to set you free. Love them not to bind them, but to liberate the karma that brought you together. In this way, parenting becomes more than a role. It becomes a Zen path lit by the flicker of karmic fire, purified by love and blessed by awakening.